Welcome back. If I haven't made you laugh so far in the show, hopefully our next guest will. Here with me now is stand-up comedian Greg Aidala. Hi Greg, thanks for joining me.
No, thank you very much for having me here. Very cool.
Nice to see you. So the word on the street is that you're the funny man around town in the capital region.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. No, yeah. No, it's this is my 11th year doing stand-up, and I have an entertainment company that I base in Albany, and a traveling showcase, the Brouhaha, that I launched 6 years ago. So yeah, I do a lot. I have a couple shows coming in actually to the Albany area next month. So looking forward to it. I love being here.
Continue to take this time to do a shameless plug. Go
no,
on.
I don't want to do that.
Shows? Oh, come on. You already started it. Go on.
We will get back to that. What are you doing? Let's talk about your career. I like that outfit. Look at that.
Thank you.
It's camouflage. It's like neon camouflage. Doesn't that cancel out the camouflage? That's awesome.
If I wasn't blushing before, thank you. But
no,
this isn't about me.
No, you're a lovely girl.
Thank you. Yeah. Woman, I prefer, but I'll take girl today, I guess.
Young lady.
Thank you. So this isn't about me. Obviously, it's about you. How long have you been? I know you said you've been doing it for 11 years, but have you really been making people laugh since you were little, or did you start your career doing something else?
I did. Yeah. Well, humor is big in my family because I'm one of 8 children from Italian Irish Catholic family, and 31 years ago this year my mother passed away of breast cancer, and my father raised all of us. Never got remarried, still continues to run the family business, Quail Auto Sales in Albany, which is 69 years old this year.
Wow.
And so we had a lot of, when that happens early on in your life, our father stayed by us and said, we need to stay together with teamwork and humor, and that led to it. And I used to listen to vinyl albums. I still have the first vinyl, Bob Newhart, which you're much too young to know Bob Newhart, but the aficionados might know. And that's how it really started. And then I didn't get into, I did a little bit of theater work in college. And one of my, the acting professor, who I'm still friends with.
Where did you go to school?
I went to Hudson Valley and SUNY Albany. And there was a woman.
Keeping it regional, that's good.
Yeah. And you're one of 8 children, you've got to go to SUNY system. That just happens. But no, they were fine. They were fine schools. So I got into. I saw an advertisement in a local publication that they were looking for stand-up comedians to form with Colin Quinn from Saturday Night Live, and that was June '01, and in August 2001, I had my first show. I got on that show. And they put me first in front of 400 people. It was for a benefit show, actually, in Troy, New York. And ever since then, it just really felt good. I've met, a couple years in, I started producing shows in the Albany area. And I wound up getting on a radio program, which landed to my first sponsorship, which was Budweiser. I don't know if I can say that on this school, but it was. And then in 2005, I formed my own entertainment company, and the following year launched my showcase, which I travel around the Northeast, and it's been featured in New York City. I'm a regular in New York City. In 2008, I started teaching stand-up comedy workshops and comedy coaching. And
where do you perform when you're in the city?
I'm a regular at New York Comedy Club. I've also been at Comic Strip Live in Gotham. And I do some private events as well in New York, which is, I've traveled the country, and I might be biased to New York City because I'm from New York, but it's just like the best place to perform. It's just everyone who's been there knows the energy,
Definitely. Something I've always wanted to ask a comedian was,
Sure.
What was it like the first time you got your first huge laugh?
I'm still waiting. I am definitely still waiting. So I couldn't tell you that. I think.
Is it a high?
Yeah. And the thing is.
And then once you get it, are you going for the next one, or?
That's what your natural reaction is, to keep going. And I remember early on, a comedian's like, "No, slow down. Let it ease in and accept that." And which was nice. But and believe me, I've also been in the abyss. That just happens. It's we're human. And but that first real feeling, it was like. I couldn't really hear it because you're sort of like, wow, that feeling you have in life. You're like, wow, did that just happen? And then it's happened a handful of times after. But
fortunately,
yeah, exactly. But it's a good feeling, and people who know me is when especially with my showcase, I want those people to feel comfortable, like it's their living room, and I'm in their living room, or they're in mine even, and I want people to feel comfortable. So for 90 minutes with my showcase, that's what we do, and I've met some great people, especially, I try to give back as much as I can to my hometown. I'm worrying about, obviously my career too. And I've met some great people from around here that are very supportive, so very cool. Sorry.
I'm all about, surrounding yourself with supportive people, and I think it's always easier to take your career in another direction when you have that positive reinforcement around you.
Oh, sure, yeah.
On a different note, what
Yes.
is the toughest crowd that you've ever...
The toughest crowd, well, when you're first starting out, I remember it was almost midnight. I was waiting for an
Geriatrics,
open
the
mic in
nursing
New York
home.
City. Oh, there was one of those, which was really tough. It was like, I did it with my friend, who actually would be on the showcase, Perfect, Moody McCarthy, next April 14th. And he's been on Jimmy Kimmel Live and Last Comic Standing. And we did this show together for a rehabilitation center in the Capital District. And that was tough because there were people like with brain injuries, right? But they had family members there that laughed, and they came up to us and said, just them being there, and we know because we've been by our family member for this long, that
Feeling
thanks.
the energy
yeah,
of the
and
laughter
they were like,
around
yeah.
it. Must
So
have been
it was tough, yeah,
tough, but at the same time, a great feeling
it was
to know
absolutely,
that you were really making a difference, and even if it was just for one day and one moment in time.
I'll tell you another show. It was actually the Egg in Albany, New York, and I opened for Charlie Murphy, Eddie Murphy's brother, from the Chappelle Show, and so that was a more urban crowd of 700 people, and I was the only white guy in the bill. That was fun. Like, actually,
that must have been a little
it was fun, but it was actually
too.
different. Yeah, I was like, ugh.
I can only imagine. So before we were asked, excuse me, last segment, I was talking to the producers of Bumpin' Uglies. And
yes.
My understanding that you're involved in the project. Tell me briefly how you're involved in the project.
I am. They have me involved in the movie. They asked me, and my schedule was free, and I have a small little part, and I'm looking forward to working. Since '08, I'm in 6 commercials that are airing throughout New York State, and
I can't keep up with you, Greg.
What? What's the matter? No, but I've met good people, just since '08, good professionals and young people with good energy. And I met Susie and Kevin through Upstate Independence that's based in Albany, and I'm thrilled to be on the project. Yeah.
Well, we'll definitely be looking for you.
Sweet.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Up next, the Jensen Rhodes Band will be here to play the song Enemy, so you won't want to miss that.